You wash your car, you check the oil. But have you looked closely at your front tires? That wear on the outside edge isn't normal. What if a tiny error, just a 1/16th of an inch, is forcing your tire to drag sideways for 150 feet every single mile? This scrubbing is a sign of a deeper issue. It's your car screaming for help, and it's not just about one thing. The cause could be your tire pressure, your driving style, or a hidden part failing deep within your suspension. In the next few minutes, we'll diagnose every major cause, from the obvious to the complex, so you can stop the damage and save money. Before we get into complex mechanics, let's cover the two most common culprits you can check right now. First, underinflation. Low pressure makes the tire sag. The outer edges take all the weight, grinding them down with every rotation. Second, aggressive cornering. Taking turns too fast forces the vehicle's weight onto the outer tire edge, literally scrubbing the rubber off. Finally, skipping tire rotations. Front tires handle steering and braking force, so they wear faster. Not rotating concentrates all that wear. If your pressure is correct and you drive calmly, but the wear continues, the problem isn't your habits. It's mechanical. The number one mechanical cause is wheel misalignment. This isn't about your steering wheel, it's the precise angles of your tires. The first critical angle, the vertical tilt of your wheel. If the top of the tire leans out, that's positive camber. The second angle is toe, the direction your tires point, viewed from above. Toe out is when the fronts point away from each other. This toe out condition means the tires are fighting each other, getting dragged and scrubbed across the pavement as they roll. So incorrect camber puts constant pressure on the outside edge, while incorrect toe actively scrubs the rubber off. Often it's a mix of both. A single bad pothole or hitting a curb can be enough to knock your alignment out. The angles are measured in fractions of a degree. But what if you haven't hit anything? Why does a car that was perfectly aligned start eating its own tires? The answer lies deeper. The answer is worn suspension components. Parts like ball joints and tie rod ends hold your wheel at the perfect angle. When they wear, they loosen. A worn ball joint or bushing allows the entire wheel assembly to wobble or shift. This constant, uncontrolled movement ruins your camber angle. A worn tie rod end directly affects your toe angle. The looseness allows the wheel to flutter, creating that destructive scrubbing effect. You cannot perform a proper alignment on a car with worn suspension parts. It's like trying to aim a target with a loose barrel. It won't hold. So we have alignment, caused by impacts or worn parts. But there are other, more subtle culprits to consider. Worn shocks or struts are major issues. Their job is to keep the tire planted firmly on the road. When they fail, the tire can actually bounce. A failing wheel bearing can also be the cause. This allows the entire wheel hub to wobble, destroying any semblance of proper alignment. Even a sagging coil spring can be to blame. As the spring weakens, the car's ride height changes, which in turn alters the camber angle. Finally, consistently overloading your vehicle puts immense strain on all these components, accelerating wear on tires and suspension parts. As you can see, it's a connected system. A worn shock can accelerate wear on a bushing, which then ruins your alignment and destroys your tire. Let's go back to that 150 feet of sideways drag. That isn't just a number. It's the result of a worn tie rod end, forcing your tire sideways. This is why checking your tire pressure is so vital. Underinflation wears the tire and puts more stress on suspension parts, speeding up their failure. Ignoring this wear isn't just about buying tires. Neglecting these issues can increase tire costs by 30% over your car's lifespan. So the chain is clear. A simple habit or worn part causes misalignment, which causes the tire wear. And that wear costs you money and safety. So, what should you do? First, check your tire pressure and driving habits. Second, get an alignment check, but ask for a pre-inspection. A simple test is to safely jack up the car and try to wiggle the wheel. Any clicking or excessive play is a major red flag that could save you hundreds. A worn tire is a dangerous tire. It dramatically increases your risk of hydroplaning and can lead to a catastrophic blowout at high speed. Don't ignore the warning signs. Go look at your front tyres today. Catching it early saves money and could save your life. Subscribe for more.